Good morning. Probably wondering why I have a pair of sunglasses on my head and a pair of sunglasses on my chest. That's because you never know when it's going to be extra sunny out. Heading out to downtown. It's about 10 o'clock. We're going to park and then we are taking bikes down to I think the sky deck. Oh, the planetarium. Yeah, and then from there we're just going to kind of walk around. It's really the planetarium we have and the sky deck. Those are the only two things we have planned. See that? Hey. Well, we made it. Good old Chi-Town. So I'm obsessed with cities and skylines. So I don't know, from the time lapse you guys may have been able to see the skyline, and it immediately reminded me of how long New York was. Yeah.
Where you from, man?
From Ohio.
Toledo?
No, Cleveland.
Oh, welcome to Chicago.
Thank you.
Johnny.
Thanks,
I
nice to
know
meet
you. Yeah, you from Toledo too? I mean Columbus?
Cleveland.
Hey, let me get a picture for you guys.
A picture?
We gotta go. We got only 30 minutes left on the bikes.
Oh, you just take the bikes right over there.
Well, we gotta go to the planetarium, so we gotta get there before our time's up.
Little homie from Chicago, Johnny boy. Made it on our bikes to the Adler Planetarium. Really what's here are just a couple of exhibits. There are two movies we're going to see as well, which are 30 minutes long each. What'd you think of the bike ride, Nick? It was short, tough, a lot of sharp corners. Try to execute as best we could. True. Catching a little bit.
I've also never actually been to space before either. Today is my first solo flight, but I am fully trained and certified, so like they say in all of the movies of the past, what could possibly go wrong?
We just finished the Adler Planetarium, pretty much just to pique your interest of astronomy. And I mean, I've always had an interest in astronomy, but for people that don't really know anything about it, doesn't pretty good summary of it. Right now we're gonna head over to Soldier Stadium, which is that direction. That's where the Bears play, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna ride bikes all along here. We're gonna end up going back towards where we parked, which is right in there. I think that's the sky deck, but I'm not entirely sure. So we'll be up there as well, get a good view of the city. This is a really chill place right in the middle of pretty much downtown Chicago. It's pretty much all greenery. There's an amphitheater back there that I didn't show. It might be right around the corner. There we go. officially found like the chillest place in Chi-Town. It has to be this park. It's called Millennium Park. It's the equivalent of Central Park in New York City. You just like find a place to lay down in the grass and look up at the skyscrapers. Another reason why I say Chicago's so chill. Again, in Millennium Park. Two sweet towers of water falling down from them if you want to cool off.
Dude, look at the face.
This is like 95 today,
I know,
so
it
it's
spits
pretty
water out
pretty
of
hot.
the mouth.
Guys, historical landmark.
California.
This is the start of Route 66
This is where
here in Chicago, Illinois, right here. Actually ends in Santa Monica, runs down south, and then it goes through Arizona and ends in Santa Monica, California. One of these days, I'm definitely going to do a cross-country road trip. Just take Route 66 from start to finish. It just goes through so many nice cities, so definitely have to do that. You gonna go on Route 66 road trip with me, Nick?
We have your ticket. We bought a ticket online.
To grow, Chicago needed to replace its lost buildings. Before the Great Fire, most cities were built from wood, but Chicago had learned its lesson. New building codes required steel skeletons and firewalls, and these new rules meant architects were in even higher demand. At first, the architects tried to dress up these steel skeletons in the ornate style of the day. Some saw the chance to create something truly new. And in 1938, a famous architect from Germany arrived in Chicago, ready to do just that.
We just finished Willis Tower, Sears Tower, Skydeck, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty sweet. You're on the outskirts of like the main like skyscrapers. For the most part, you saw like the skyscrapers on one side, and like on the other side you just saw like 50 miles into the distance. It's literally 50 miles in the distance because there was a map that showed how far you could see, and you could see pretty much almost to Springfield, which is in the middle of the state, and we're in the northeast part of Illinois. So now we're going for dinner at Lou Malnati's. I am super excited for it, and I'm super hungry, so now is the perfect time. All right, we'll see you there. We made it. It's about a 30-minute wait. That's okay, because I think it's totally gonna be worth it. We have to wait for 30 minutes, but you're able to order before we get a seat. So the pizza will be ready basically when we sit down, which is kind of cool. I think a medium pepperoni will do.
Those cheddar cheese balls are good.
I feel terrible. Pretty sure this is a sin. I'm tilting the pizza box vertically. Hope it's okay. Should be okay. Oh my gosh.
Just repositioned himself to the middle of his bed.
Look at that other big ring.
Little baby one down below.
That's a no-go. That's a no-go. Let's talk about that pizza. The pizza was amazing. Lou Malnati's. The majority of the pizza was cheese. And most pizzas, it's usually crust on the bottom, then sauce, then cheese. This pizza is crust, cheese, then sauce on the top. It tastes amazing. I know a lot of people like crust, so I'm gonna talk about crust as well. Pizza crust, it tasted exactly like pie crust, in my opinion. It just had the flaky, kind of like, I don't know, I don't really want to say doughy, but it was definitely like softer than like New York pizza style. Compared to New York, I think I would still say I like New York pizza better, and some people might be mad at me for that, but I've just always grew up with New York style pizza, and I always like the kind of like the crispy bottom. I still think that Chicago pizza is still really good. Hopefully in about a week you guys will get a review from Italian pizza. Authentic Venetian Italian pizza.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to that. Hey guys, we are finally at our hotel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's been about 10 hours, but Chicago is totally worth 10 hours. It's big. I feel like we covered pretty much the highlights. We saw the planetarium. We went, drove by the Chicago Bears field, Soldier Stadium. We drove up to Millennium Park.
Bikes,
We did rode bikes, and I want to talk about that because the bikes are such a great idea. I think every big city should have bikes, just to get yourself around. It's such an easy way of transporting yourself. After Millennium Park, we continued to ride our bikes. We went to the Sky Deck, so we went to Willis Tower. It's big. One downside I will say about visiting Willis Tower was the lines, and I'm telling you guys, it was like an hour and a half we waited just in lines.
Just when you think it's done, there's gonna be another line.
There were
guaranteed.
There were
like,
three separate lines, like one for security, one for getting your tickets, one for going up the elevator, one for waiting for a movie. It was ridiculous.
And then there was one after the movie, and then you finally got into the elevator.
Yeah, and then on your way down, there's a line too. So
yeah, and that's like a
20-minute
wait.
Get the fast pass if you can afford it. If you cannot afford the fast pass, just prepay your tickets because that'll cut out a whole line. We probably cut off a good 15 minutes of waiting in line because we bought our tickets early. We know there's a lot of things to do in Chicago. It's hard really to narrow it down to one thing we like the most. We're going to try to do that. We have 3 different people, so hopefully we get all different things. Dad, what did you like the most about Chicago?
I liked all the parks. They had a lot of parks along the water, and the water was really nice. Lake Michigan, so I don't know. It was really pretty.
A lot of greenery.
Yeah, a lot of greenery.
Nick?
My favorite part was probably the bikes. I don't know why. It's just I've never done that before. It's kind of like a new experience.
So my favorite part was probably, it's between Willis Tower. I like looking at tall buildings. I like seeing what's going on down below, or the planetarium. I'd probably say the planetarium. That was the first place we went. It kind of introduced us to the city. 2 floors of exhibits. We also saw 2 shows. Pretty good summary of the whole space thing, astronomy. And then right outside of the Adler Planetarium was like the perfect skyline of Chicago. It just felt so welcoming. So tomorrow's going to be a pretty chill day. It's pretty much just going to be cleaning up everything around here, packing up this mess, and then we're going to be on a plane for 8 to 9 hours. We're hoping just to sleep a lot. We'll land at 7 in the morning on Wednesday in Berlin. None of us have ever been to Berlin, and really looking forward to it. It's a big World War II historic site. World War II and Cold War, so something I'm definitely looking forward to. So we will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.